We start off with election results, and we now know what changes will be coming to local school boards. The Anoka-Hennepin School Board had 3 candidates on the ballot this year. In District 1, Linda Hochman defeated incumbent Aaron Heers McCardle with 56% of the vote. Heers McCardle was the only school board member in Anoka-Hennepin seeking re-election. In District 2, it was a very close race. Zach Arco edged out Susan Witt by just 12 votes.
I was kind of on cloud 9, to be honest. It was crazy to see it come in that close. To be honest, I did expect a very close race because I think Susan is a very formidable opponent.
But in such a close contest, Arco says he knows that there is work to do to unify the voters.
Acknowledge that there is a diverse background and acknowledge that everyone is entitled to their own values and beliefs and just respect those boundaries and do the one thing that everyone is everyone is sending their kids to school to do in the first place, which is to learn academics. That's what we all agree on. And if we focus all our energies on that, I think everyone walks away a winner and we respect the diversity of everybody.
Because the vote totals in the contest are less than a half percentage point apart, there could be a recount in this race if Witt requests one. In District 5, it was a 3-person contest with former Associate Superintendent Michelle Langenfeld coming out on top with 55% of the vote. She defeats Scott Simmons and Cyrus Wilson. Looking next at the Spring Lake Park School Board, there were 3 candidates on the ballot for 3 seats. Tony Easter and Amy Hennon will stay on the board, and Allie Schmidt will be joining them. Spring Lake Park also had a special election this year to fill a vacancy on the board. In that race, Kelly McClellan was the top vote getter, beating Ryan McLaughlin. McClellan will serve 2 years on the board.
It was a bit surreal in the moment because I was going into the election not really certain, feeling optimistic, but not necessarily feeling like it was locked in. And so there was this like, oh my goodness. And it was really, once it set in, I was very excited to see the numbers.
McClellan was one of a few school board candidates in the area that did not accept money from a major political party this year.
School board is supposed to be nonpartisan, and while I can't say I didn't consider it for a moment over the shortly after filing, it really was important to me that I tried to honor that position, and so I didn't seek the dollars, and it was scary, but I had a great team and a lot of good friends and family that helped me get out the vote and put energy behind it so that I didn't need those big dollars. And I just hope that, that's kind of knocking on Spring Lake Park doorstep, and I'm hoping that it doesn't explode like some of our neighboring districts.
A few local cities had municipal elections as well, but in those, all of the incumbents earned a new term. In Circle Pines, incumbent Mayor Dave Bartholomew was unopposed and will return for 2 more years. Matt Percy and Steve McChesney were both re-elected to their seats on the council, and Nikki Dorner, who had been appointed to the council following a vacancy, was elected to a special 2-year term. For the city of Lino Lakes, incumbent Mayor Rob Rafferty was unopposed for re-election. There was a council challenge, but incumbent Chris Lydon and Michael Ruland easily won re-election, defeating Catherine Decker and Christopher Stowe.